Ready to unlock your cognitive potential? We're diving deep today into some fascinating daily habits. Habits that, believe it or not, can actually make you smarter.
I know, right? It's pretty cool. We're taking all our cues from this awesome article all about those daily habits, for boosting intelligence, upping those cognitive abilities. It really is jam-packed with insights.
We've pulled out some of the most intriguing ones,
Yes.
just for you. Think of this as your personalized cheat sheet to a sharper mind. More agile, too. We'll hit 10 powerful habits, backed by research, of course. Oh, and get this. We might even sprinkle in some surprising facts along the way. Sound good?
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
Okay, first up, let's talk about reading. And
Yeah.
don't worry, we're not talking about slogging through dry textbooks, unless you're into that sort of thing, of course.
Right.
I'm talking about captivating novels, thought-provoking articles, anything that sparks your interest, makes you want to turn the page.
Yeah, because it's not just about enjoying a good story,
Sure.
Reading like diverse materials really gives your brain a workout. It's kind of like, remember how London cabbies have to memorize that crazy city map?
Oh, yeah,
And their hippocampus, the part of the brain that deals with memory, actually grows. It's nuts.
that's wild.
Reading's like that, but for your whole brain. Like literally, it's building cognitive reserves. Footnote 13 even mentions a study. Reading was linked to a 32% lower risk of dementia. So pick up a novel, a biography, a magazine. It all counts.
I love that analogy, the London cabbie one. Really paints a picture. Okay, speaking of giving your brain a workout, we got to talk about physical exercise. Time to say bye-bye to that old brain versus brawn myth. Turns out, working out is like a turbo boost for brain power.
Totally. Whether it's jogging, hitting the gym, or even just going for a walk around the block, physical activity, no matter what it looks like, increases blood flow to the brain, which, as you can imagine, is super crucial for keeping everything running smoothly up there.
Hmm.
What's so cool, though, is that it goes way beyond just physical health.
Yeah, it's not just about looking good.
Exactly. By incorporating exercise into your routine, you're investing in your cognitive longevity, too. You're gonna stay sharp and engaged for years to come. It's like a long-term investment strategy for your brain.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about exercise, giving the brain a good workout. We've talked about feeding it with awesome reading material. Now, what about a little mental detox? That's where mindfulness and meditation come in.
Yeah. This isn't just about finding your zen. Mindfulness has some serious science backing it up, like footnote 14. It highlights a study where mindfulness meditators actually developed thicker cortexes.
Thicker cortexes.
Yeah. And get this, it was specifically in the areas related to attention and sensory processing.
Hmm.
So basically, it's physical proof that mindfulness changes your brain structure, helps us manage stress too, which is huge, because stress is a major culprit when it comes to cognitive impairment. Think of it as decluttering your mental space, making room for more good stuff.
So it's like a spa day, but for your brain. I love it. We've covered exercise, mindfulness, but we can't forget about fueling our brains with actual fuel, right? What you eat affects your brain power. Big time.
You are what you eat, right?
Right.
Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like fish, antioxidants from things like berries, vitamins from those leafy greens, they're all brain superfoods. They provide all the essential building blocks for a healthy, happy brain.
It's like giving your brain that premium fuel, the stuff it needs to run at peak performance. And speaking of peak performance, let's talk about sleep. Those 6 to 8 hours of quality sleep, they're not just about resting your body.
Nope, they're not. It's about giving your brain the time it needs to process, to sort, file, and store all that information it's taken in throughout the day. It's like imagine trying to run a marathon on an empty stomach. You just can't perform at your best, right? Footnote 14 dives deep into this, emphasizing how crucial those sleep hours are for memory consolidation and information processing.
Makes sense. Now let's shift gears a little. Talk about something that could really shake things up in the brain department. Learning new skills. Whether it's a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or even trying a new type of dance, challenging yourself mentally is like hitting that refresh button on your cognitive abilities.
It's like cross-training for your brain. Learning new skills, it stimulates different areas of the brain.
Mhm.
It creates new neural pathways, all these different connections. Footnote 24 goes into detail about how it forces those neurons to fire in new and exciting ways. So cool.
I love that. Makes me think of the importance of staying curious, too. Tapping into that childlike wonder we all have within us.
Curiosity is the key. It's the engine behind lifelong learning. And it's so important for keeping our minds engaged, preventing that feeling of stagnation that can set in. In a world that's constantly changing, Being able to learn and adapt is crucial. It's a superpower. Footnote 34 really dives into this, how curiosity fuels our thirst for knowledge. And that, in turn, helps us stay mentally sharp and adaptable.
Staying curious keeps us young at heart. Right, sharp as a tack. Speaking of essential ingredients for brain health, we can't forget about good old H2O.
Right. It's amazing how many people walk around dehydrated without even realizing it. Footnote 12 reveals just how much of an impact that can have. Dehydration messes with our attention, memory, and overall cognitive function. Your brain needs water to function, plain and simple, just like any other organ in your body.
So true. Keep that water bottle handy, folks. Now let's shift gears again. Talk about something a little more playful. Brain games. They're a fantastic way to challenge yourself and have fun at the same time.
Totally. Puzzles, chess, Sudoku, they all make our brains work in unique ways, which is awesome. They improve our cognitive flexibility and how fast we process things. Footnote 14 compares these brain games to mini workouts for your brain. So cool.
They could be a great way to unwind and de-stress too. All right, last but not least, let's not forget the power of connection. Good old-fashioned social interaction.
Couldn't agree more. Connecting with other people is a fantastic way to stimulate our minds. Think about it. When we engage with others, we're exercising our ability to understand different perspectives, process information, and respond effectively. It's a workout for our social and emotional intelligence. Footnote 13 really emphasizes how critical both of those things are for overall cognitive health.
Makes you think, doesn't it? So there you have it. 10 powerful habits to boost your brain power. From reading to exercise to staying curious, there are so many ways to keep your mind sharp and engaged.
It really is all about making small, sustainable changes, changes that add up to a big impact over time. And remember, this journey to a sharper mind, it's a lifelong adventure.
So what habits are you most excited to try?
The possibilities are truly endless.
That's it for today's deep dive. Keep those brains buzzing, and we'll be back next time to explore another fascinating topic.